Hey everyone, Doug DeMuro here. Today, we're diving into the 7 things you should never do in an automatic transmission car. These are common mistakes that many drivers make, often without even realizing the potential harm they're causing to their vehicles. We're going to break down each mistake, explaining why it's detrimental and what you should be doing instead. So buckle up, let's get right into it. Alright, first up is a big one. Never ever shift from drive to reverse while your car is still moving forward. This is one of the cardinal rules of driving an automatic transmission vehicle, and breaking it can lead to some serious consequences. I know it sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people try to do this, especially in a rush. Maybe you're trying to make a quick 3-point turn, or perhaps you're in a tight parking spot and need to maneuver quickly. Whatever the reason, it's crucial to resist the urge to shift gears while the car is still in motion. Your automatic transmission is a complex system of gears and fluids, and it's designed to shift between gears smoothly at the appropriate speeds. This intricate mechanism relies on precise timing and coordination to function correctly. When you disrupt this balance, you risk causing internal damage. When you slam it into reverse while still rolling forward, you're forcing those gears to mesh while they're spinning in opposite directions. This sudden and violent action can cause the gears to grind against each other, leading to metal shavings contaminating the transmission fluid. This can cause significant wear and tear on your transmission over time, leading to costly repairs down the line. The damage might not be immediately apparent, but over time the stress and strain on the transmission components will take their toll. We're talking hundreds, even thousands of dollars in potential damage. Transmission repairs are among the most expensive fixes for a vehicle, often requiring extensive labor and replacement parts. Think of it like 2 cogwheels spinning in opposite directions. These gears are not meant to engage with each other while moving in opposite directions. Now imagine trying to force them together abruptly. The result is a violent clash that can cause pieces to break off or become severely damaged. That's essentially what you're doing to your transmission when you shift from drive to reverse while moving. The internal components are not designed to handle such abrupt changes in direction. The proper way to shift from drive to reverse is simple. Come to a complete stop, put the car in park, engage the parking brake, and then shift to reverse. This ensures that all the gears and components are in the correct position and not under any undue stress. I know it seems like a lot of steps, but trust me, your transmission will thank you in the long run. Taking these extra few seconds can save you a lot of time, money, and headaches in the future. Remember, a little patience goes a long way when it comes to preserving the life of your automatic transmission. Treat your car with care, and it will serve you well for many years to come. Safe driving. Next up, let's talk about coasting in neutral downhill. This is a topic that often sparks debate among drivers. Some swear by it, thinking it's a clever way to save on fuel. But is it really as smart as it sounds? You might have heard this can save you fuel, but let me tell you, it's a myth. The idea is that by putting your car in neutral, the engine uses less fuel because it's not engaged. However, modern cars are designed to be fuel efficient even when in gear. And not only is it ineffective, but it can actually be dangerous. When you're coasting in neutral, you lose a significant amount of control over your vehicle. This can be particularly hazardous on steep or winding roads. Modern automatic cars are incredibly fuel efficient, especially when going downhill. They have systems in place that optimize fuel usage, so you don't need to resort to outdated techniques like coasting in neutral. When you're in drive and coasting down a hill, your engine uses something called engine braking. This is a feature where the engine helps to slow the car down, reducing the need to use your brakes as much. Basically, the engine helps slow the car down, reducing the need to use your brakes as much. This not only saves your brake pads, but also provides a smoother and safer driving experience. When you shift to neutral, you disengage the engine from the transmission, meaning you lose that engine braking effect. This can make your car feel like it's running away from you, especially on a steep descent. This means you have to rely more heavily on your brakes, which can lead to brake fade and potentially even brake failure on a long descent. Brake fade occurs when the brakes overheat and lose their effectiveness, which can be extremely dangerous. Plus, coasting in neutral gives you less control over your vehicle. You can't accelerate quickly if you need to, and your steering might feel less responsive. You want to be able to accelerate if you need to, like if you need to avoid an obstacle or merge into traffic. Being able to control your speed is crucial for safe driving. Being in neutral limits your ability to react quickly. In an emergency situation, those few extra seconds it takes to shift back into gear can make all the difference. So the bottom line is, leave your car in drive when going downhill. It's safer, more efficient, and ultimately, better for your vehicle. You'll be safer, and you won't actually be saving any fuel. In fact, you'll be preserving your brakes and maintaining better control of your car. So, next time you're heading downhill, remember to keep it in drive. Okay, I know this one is tempting, especially if you've got a little bit of a need for speed, but trust me, launching your car from a standstill is a surefire way to put unnecessary stress on your transmission. Launching your car involves revving the engine while the car is in neutral and then quickly shifting into drive. This sudden surge of power can shock your transmission, leading to premature wear and tear. Remember those gears we talked about earlier? Yeah, they don't like being treated that way. Plus, launching your car can also damage your tires, axles, and even your engine. It's simply not worth the risk of damaging your car for a few seconds of adrenaline. Instead of launching your car, accelerate smoothly and gradually. This will help prolong the life of your transmission and other vital components of your car. We touched on this a bit earlier when we talked about coasting downhill, but it's important enough to have its own section. Coasting in neutral, whether you're going downhill or on a flat surface, is never a good idea. I know it might seem like you're saving fuel by disengaging the engine, but modern cars are designed to use very little fuel when coasting in gear. In fact, you might even end up using more fuel because your engine has to work harder to get back up to speed when you re-engage the drive. But the real danger of coasting in neutral is the loss of control. When you're in neutral, you don't have engine braking, and you also have less control over your speed and steering. This can be incredibly dangerous, especially if you need to react quickly to an unexpected situation. So to stay safe and in control, keep your car in drive whenever you're moving. It's the safest and most efficient way to drive an automatic car. Alright, this one might seem a little obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people let their gas tanks run dangerously low. It's a common scenario, especially in our busy lives where every minute counts. We often think we can stretch that last bit of fuel just a little further, but this habit can lead to more trouble than it's worth. And I get it. We've all been there. You're rushing to get somewhere, maybe you're low on cash, or perhaps you just don't feel like stopping at the gas station. It's easy to convince yourself that you can make it a few more miles. But here's the thing. Running your car on empty can actually damage your fuel system. It's not just about the inconvenience of running out of gas. It's about the potential harm you're doing to your vehicle. The fuel pump in your car sits inside the gas tank, and it's submerged in fuel to stay cool and lubricated. When you run your tank low, the fuel pump starts sucking in air, which can cause it to overheat and wear out prematurely. This can lead to expensive repairs that could have been easily avoided. Additionally, the dirt and debris that settles at the bottom of your gas tank can get sucked into the fuel lines and clog your fuel filter. This can lead to even more problems and potentially costly repairs. Over time, this debris can cause significant damage to your fuel system, leading to decreased performance and efficiency. Plus, the dirt and debris that settles at the bottom of your gas tank can get sucked into the fuel lines and clog your fuel filter, leading to even more problems and potentially costly repairs. This can cause your engine to run less efficiently, and may even result in your car breaking down unexpectedly. So, do yourself a favor and keep your gas tank at least a quarter full at all times. It's a simple habit that can save you a lot of trouble and expense in the long run. Not only will it help maintain the health of your fuel system, but it will also give you peace of mind knowing that you won't be stranded on the side of the road. So next time you're tempted to push your luck and drive on empty, remember the potential consequences. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Keeping your gas tank at least a quarter full is a small effort that can make a big difference in the longevity and reliability of your vehicle. It's a simple habit that can save you a lot of trouble and expense in the long run. So, take that extra minute to fill up your tank and keep your car running smoothly. Your car and your wallet will thank you. This might seem like a harmless habit, but resting your hand on the gear lever while driving can actually cause unnecessary wear and tear on your transmission. The gear lever is connected to a series of delicate components inside your transmission, and even the slightest pressure can put stress on these parts. Over time, this can lead to premature wear and tear, potentially leading to costly repairs. Think of it like this. Your transmission is like a finely tuned machine, and it doesn't need any extra input from your hand. It knows what it's doing, so keep your hands on the steering wheel where they belong and let your transmission do its job. This one should go without saying, but ignoring warning lights on your dashboard is like ignoring a flashing neon sign that says, "Danger." Your car's warning lights are there for a reason, to alert you to potential problems that need attention. Some warning lights, like the check engine light, might indicate a minor issue that can be addressed at your convenience. But others, like the oil pressure light or the temperature gauge, can signal a serious problem that requires immediate attention. Ignoring these warnings can lead to catastrophic engine damage and leave you stranded on the side of the road. So, if you see a warning light, don't ignore it. Consult your owner's manual or take your car to a qualified mechanic to have it checked out as soon as possible. So, there you have it, folks. 7 common mistakes to avoid in your automatic car. Remember, taking care of your car is an investment, and by avoiding these mistakes, you can help ensure that your car runs smoothly and safely for years to come. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more car tips and reviews. See you next time.